What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So I want to kind of piggyback off of a video that I did. It's not so much a part two, but then it kind of is because I said what I had to say in that video, and I was addressing things that was said to me, in comment sections and things like that. So I wanted to address it, and I want to further address it, but I want to explain some things because there are a lot of ignorant people out there. And no matter what you say, they just don't get it because they just don't have a thinking process. Now, the video I'm referencing is basically one where I spoke about people lashing out. And it's not just me. They lash out at other content creators and people who don't jump along this agenda wave, because they all want to get more likes, subscribers, and views. And I just don't need it. And I don't want it that way. So this was a race issue. And the sad part about it, it's here we are, we're talking about black people coming after other black people. And if you've been watching what's going on, let's be real. You got Cat Williams going after every black comedian in the business. Now, I'm not saying if wrong is being done, right, that you shouldn't uncover it if you feel like that's something you want to do. But pretty much, he's not going after any other comedians who may have lied or did things or whatever. I don't know. Every other YouTube channel you see, black channels that used to stand on something, used to stand up for something and used to actually have substance to their channels. Now, all of a sudden, all they're doing is going after other black channels. So there's a narrative that says, if we're black, we're not supposed to address it and talk about it in front of the world, which is crap. And so it's not about a tit for tat. On my channel, and I can be specific, everybody knows, the one fighter that we talk about the most in terms of nonsense is because he continues to do nonsense and his supporters continue to lie and do nonsense just like him, is Deontay Wilder. So therefore, one man out of millions makes you attacking black people and make you a sellout because even though you're telling the truth, what's the purpose of telling the truth? Let that man do what he wants to do. That's the mentality. They can't argue the facts, but they try to dispute it with, but what about this and that and that? No. If your wife cheats on you and you catch her and she goes, but I wasn't the only one, his wife cheated on him and his wife, what does that have to do with you? Right? What those other guys' wives did don't affect you. What she does affects you. Okay, common sense. So let me explain something. There is nothing wrong with black people supporting other black people because they're black. Nothing wrong. Every nationality does that. Now, there is a problem though if you're being racist about it. Now, to show support, it's just like if you come from a certain state, you're cheering for that team because you're from that state. Let's say you're from New York and you cheer for the Giants. Well, if you go move to Minnesota, you're not going to start cheering for the Vikings just because, right? You're going to continue to cheer for the Giants. Why? Because you're from New York, which means when you go to the games in Minnesota and they play New York, well, you and maybe a few more that are not from Minnesota might be sprinkled around, but you'll be sitting there with your New York Giants jersey screaming for the Giants. Okay, it's just a sport. It has nothing to do with skin color. This is a state thing. This is where I'm from. Yeah, I'm representing where I'm from thing. Now, imagine you're sitting there and you're making it a race thing. Somehow, whatever, right? You're making it a race thing. You think those people around you are not going to be offended if it was a race thing? So in boxing, here we're talking about people coming at you because you don't support lies and bullshit. Even if you just don't care for a particular fighter because you think they're not that good. If that person has a certain mentality or personality that you don't really care for, so what? But there's nothing wrong with you supporting your black people. Never once am I against that or feel like it's wrong. Okay? Filipinos are Filipinos are gonna support Filipinos. Mexicans are gonna support Mexicans. Okay? Germans are gonna support Germans. Okay? So forth. Y'all get it. But when it's a race thing, like you can't just say, hey, the better man won, and that's it. That's it. I'm not emotionally invested into any of these people. And I'm not a fan of anyone's. So it makes it super easy for me. So where people can't relate to me on that is because these are the people that probably sit up throwing punches in the air like, Cuba Gooding Jr. did when he was when he was on Boys in the Hood? And he got mad because he was harassed by the cops. He was there throwing punches in there and started crying. That's probably what they do when their favorite fighter lose. I don't really care. So, yeah, people are going to support their countrymen. Okay? Anytime an American fighter fights, you never hear commentators say, well, this fighter has the whole America behind him, right? No. You only hear this with other countries when it's a broadcast, at least the broadcast coming from America saying the same thing, okay? And that fighter is not fighting someone else from his country. Yeah, you'll hear that. Canelo has a whole country behind him. Manny Pacquiao has a whole country behind him. Yeah, that's what you hear, okay? I remember when Bernard Hopkins was going to fight Tito Trinidad, and he said something he said, then he goes, but I think we got enough Americans to go over there and fight against them Puerto Ricans. And the whole thing with me is like, when I'm watching fights, I'm just watching the fights. If I'm aware of a person's mentality, if I'm aware, like just say for example, if I would have been present, and let's just say Felix Trinidad would have made a comment like, don't get me wrong, no, I don't even have to take it there. Let me say this, because yeah, what does he do? He always want to give a shout out to the Puerto Ricans, the people of Puerto Rico, and right? Every fighter does that. You hear Manny Pacquiao saying, listen, thank you to all my fans in America, thank you to all my friends and my fans in Canada and in Mexico. Yes, I want to do things and give back to the people that cheer for me and put me in this position, right? Buy the pay-per-views, come out to the fights. No. What's the first thing Manny Pacquiao says? He want to say hello and thank you to the people of the Philippines. Okay, because that's where he's from. So why is it wrong for a black man to do the same thing? No, I'm never saying that. Support black people. Yes, we are all black people. Yes, we are all human beings, but we know we're always being looked at in a certain way by many people. All the time. My issue, if you feel white people are liars, you feel Latinos are liars, you feel Asians are liars, whatever, based on the stuff that you see, favoritism and bias and all that, we don't roll the same way. We don't have to play neutral. No, what I'm saying is we stand on business as black people, yes, okay? I am amongst black people because I am one. I know who I am, okay? And I stand as a man for my black people. I just don't play the sheltered, oh, it's only if you're not black, you can't be around me. Oh, no, we don't put on pedestals. No, what I'm saying, don't come at me with that nigger shit. Don't come at me with that. I'm 35 years old, but I have the vocabulary of a 3-year-old. Don't come at me with the saggy pants. Don't come at me with the everything come out of your mouth has to just be something negative, and then act like I don't know who I am, simply because you've accepted that you want to present yourself to the world, black people and all, on a damn garbage can lid, because that's what you do. That's the people I have a problem with, and that's the people that have a problem with me, because I don't side with the bullshit that they're doing. Example, when Floyd Mayweather fought against Manny Pacquiao, black people were going against Floyd Mayweather. So let's say you were present at that fight. Would you been sitting there jumping up, cheering with the Filipino people for the black man to lose because you hate him that much? Is that what you'd have been doing? Wait, based on what? What is it about Floyd that you saying you hate? Think about it. He just talked too much shit, man. This, that. Oh man, he talk about his money all the time, and right? But then here you are black, but you love Conor McGregor for doing the same and worse. You love Mike Perry for doing the same and worse. Mike Perry referred to Michael Jai White as a nigger. I don't see no videos about that. I made one. Where were y'all? Quiet, nothing to say. Black people got mad at Michael Jai White because he was on a show being interviewed, and then they said, you finished the sentence. And they said, Bruce Lee couldn't beat, and he said, me. Oh man. You had black people losing their shit. Why? Because apparently you pick and choose what black people you care about and which ones you don't. So it's okay for a 235-pound man to think that a 132-pound man could beat him. But regardless, you the same ones that will say any fighter should think they should be another fighter. What fucking fighter, any combat sport or whatever, why would you think you can't beat somebody? So what happened? I mean, I knew people in the martial arts world was going to feel some kind of way because they idolized Bruce Lee. Even though he's not a professional fighter, they'll tell you that Bruce Lee could beat Sugar Ray, Mike Tyson, Ali, Ray Robinson. Yeah, he'd beat everybody. Even though he was never in his life had a professional fight, never trained to be a professional fighter. He created Jeet Kune Do, his own style. He studied. Now he fought other people that studied karate or kung fu or whatever the hell and all that. But he's never, okay, even fought a fucking boxer. Okay, he's never fought. He's an actor. Bruce Lee himself said on an interview, and I remember they asked him who would win in the fight, you or Muhammad Ali. You know what Bruce Lee said? Muhammad Ali would kill me. He's too big. I would have to do everything. Hit him below the belt. Even said he may have to bite him. He's too big. Too big, too strong. So now you have to fight dirty. Bruce Lee. But, yeah. You can't say you can beat Bruce Lee. Whatever. You, the ones that want to control a narrative about who would beat who and who's what, that's the problem. You think that you have the right to control a narrative, to create one and say, this is what we're going to go with. Okay, so what I'm saying is the favoritism, you always see it. How many times right here in America you see a fight and the majority of the building aren't even from America, and they're singing their national anthem and singing songs and waving their flag? They're in America. They're on American soil doing this. You black people are sitting there cheering to see a black person lose. See, but you get to pick and choose. Now, let me explain and make this clear. I've said it 1,000 times, and, when people say, but what's your issue with Wilder? I don't have an issue with Wilder. I don't know Wilder. I don't like the lies he tells. I don't like the fact that he just can't accept the loss and move on. Now, when I say I don't lose sleep over it. It doesn't bother me. Let me say I don't respect the fact that he does those things. And I don't respect the fact that that's what his minions do. Sit up and make up lies, literally create lies. We're not talking about a misunderstanding. We're talking about creating lies. No, I don't respect a man showing his ass to the camera twerking. No, I don't understand, relate to, or respect the man saying that he wants to experience having a baby, he's a weirdo. Simple. So, no, he can't box. I don't think much of his skills. Simple. But if Wilder goes in there, even with the same old style, and knock a guy out the same way he always does, let's say, for example, if he decided to accept the Zhang fight and he knocked Zhang out, well, if he does, it's going to be the same exact thing. Zhang's outboxing him and then he catches him. Same thing. I can't take away from him what he has. What he has isn't enough. And I'm the one that said, when he steps up in competition, his limitations is going to come back to haunt him, and y'all going to see it. So now when it happens, no, Fury didn't win because he's a better fighter than Wilder. He won because he cheated. Joseph Parker didn't win because he's better than Wilder. He got the decision because the referee gave it to him, and Wilder spent too much time in the cryo chamber. Oh, also, while he was in that cryo chamber, he lost his killer instinct and his fire and his desire. He's a happy fighter. See, the excuses, the lies, everything. The fact that he's jealous of Anthony Joshua is just all over the place. You see when he says things like, it feels good to see AJ again, be in the same room with him. It's been a long time. Then told him I wish him nothing but the best. You know, even if the fight don't happen. But I believe it will. You know, I believe it will. But, you know, I wish you nothing but the best. Shook his hand repeatedly, smiling at him. You know, when somebody shake your hand and they put their hand over your hand, it's like a sign of peace. That's, you understand what I'm saying? Like, all of that. Then he turns around and says he think he should be the main event over AJ. The lady asked him why. Well, I think because he more like he's more worried about me fighting him than I am about him fighting me, which made zero sense. Bottom line, he should be the main event. AJ should be the co-main event. He gives Parker credit, but then takes the credit away. Now, this is things he does. He flip-flops all over the place, and he's not as good as he think he is. He's 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson's beat no one. He's done nothing. He's better than Mike. He's right. So he can say that he can beat Mike Tyson, but Michael Jai White can't say that he can beat Bruce Lee. Bottom line, and listen, Michael Jai White doesn't train as a professional boxer either. Now, to my knowledge, he's sparred with, different boxers. I see him in there sparring around with John Jones and MMA, different people or whatever. To my knowledge, he sparred with Layman Brewster. There's guys that are not known to the world in boxing that will fuck these boxers up. I know for a fact. But at the same time, it has nothing to do with me in terms of that's not my intentions and that's not what I do. And if that's how you take it, then that's your problem, because I will never stand on bullshit. So basically, no matter what a black person does, so a black man go out and rape somebody, I'm supposed to say, I'm sure you had a good reason. But what about that white guy that raped somebody the other day? What about that Mexican guy? No, all of you rapist sons of bitches, not one of you get no love from me. Okay, but my point is, when you say everybody's coming at Wilder, and I told you, I've never seen so many people come at Wilder before. They're getting tired of his lies and his bullshit. People getting tired of supporting him. Okay? Check this out. For you to say, why is everybody all of a sudden coming at Wilder? Well, why is Wilder constantly making up excuses? Isn't it obvious that people are speaking on the lies he's telling, the things, how he keeps changing his story, and he can't just simply accept the loss, right? You guys make it a we hate Wilder thing. I don't care who hates him or don't hate him, like him, dislike. I don't care. It's not I don't care. You've never heard me say, I hate Wilder. I don't care for him as a fighter, and I don't care for the lies and the bullshit. How many other fighters have you heard me rip apart? Wilder is just so consistent, and his fanboys. There's no other fighter that has fanboys like Wilder's. Even Fury's delusional fanboys are not sitting here making videos every single day, making excuses, but they do make excuses a lot for Fury. Yes, Fury makes excuses a lot all the time. How many? And Wilder and Fury are the two I probably rip more than anybody else because they are the most consistent with their bullshit. But, oh, y'all love it when I do that, the Wilder fans. Y'all love it when I rip him. And let me let you know something. I'm not ripping Fury because he's white, because he's British. No, I'm ripping him because he's a liar, just like Wilder. And you've heard me say many times, Fury and Wilder are so much alike. They're so much alike when it comes to their character and how they lie. They both seem to be bipolar. And they're always in their feelings. So even things like Wilder saying, for example, it ain't about the money, it's about legacy. Then all of a sudden, everything's about money with this guy. Fury saying, it's never been about the money. The money doesn't make me. I don't care about the money. Remember all that? He donated all his money to some charity or something or whatever. All right, all that. Then all of a sudden, what does he wind up saying? I ain't fighting nobody unless I get a boatload of money. Now, everything's money. Call AJ a bodybuilder, right? You're a model. You pose for GQ. Guess who else posed for GQ? Yeah, so have I not dug into Fury? Yeah, okay. Many, many, many times over. It's because of the bullshit. Wilder said there one time, yeah, AJ, you got all them damn muscles, man. Too many muscles. This ain't a bodybuilding contest. And he said it before. Fury said it before. White said it before. I address shit based on what's being said. I don't care how they feel about that man's body. But my whole thing is, they all know why AJ lost. They know what AJ issues is. But whatever issues they have is excuses for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's jealousy. It's bullshit. Wilder, the only motherfucker you hear, I'm still sexy. Always talking about, I'm still young, I'm still sexy, And he's another one laying up there, posing, laying across the damn floor, looking like, feminine looking shit that he does. Okay. Just like Fury. Motherfucker tells AJ, Wilder, okay, Finkel, whatever, his team, they tell Eddie Hearn, we offering you $50 million. Don't worry about checking the escrow account, the money's there. Take my word for it. No negotiations, no conversations. Take it or leave it, you got 24 hours. What did Fury do? He want the contract signed, you have 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Had this situation where the Queen died, time moved back, Frank Warren says something completely different from Fury. What did he say? There's nobody's, he's like, it's nobody's fault. It's there's no way that they would be able to have this contract signed. That's Tyson being Tyson. That's, there's no ways. Right? Yeah. It's the networks. It's up to them, the attorneys. We can't blame AJ Hearn, whatever. It's Tyson just wants it signed, and there's no way they'd be able to do it that quick. The following week, Hearn completely changed his story. So what's the difference with you giving it? That's what you call an ultimatum. I'm not giving you so much a contract. I'm giving you an ultimatum. Do this, that, right now, instantly, or no fight. He tried every possible way to get out of that fight. He did the same shit to Usyk. You have the contract. You have until, same thing, bullshit. You put a quick time stipulation on it or no fight. Same shit Wilder and them did. Same exact shit Wilder and them did. Yeah, they are very similar in character. So my whole thing, people, like I said, when you talk about race and all that, I've went at anybody that came at me, I've chewed their heads off, plain and simple. Okay, I don't play that. But what I'm saying, because you got people talking about we not supporting black. Nah, that's bullshit. Definitely with me. And outside of me making this YouTube channel, you have no clue as the type of shit that I do. And this is what I mean. This petty nonsense for people who have no life that does absolutely nothing but sit up on social media all day bitching, complaining, don't have a woman in your life, don't have nothing going on that you really enjoy, because some of you, this all you do all day long. And then you want to accuse someone of not standing up for black people. No, I don't stand up for bullshit. I don't give a fuck what color you are. If you are full of shit, I'm going to tell you. So if I say Gary Russell is wasting time not fighting, he's injury prone. So along with him, for whatever, just not fighting, but then when he gets injured, now he's out that much longer. All of his good years are going by. He was the longest reigning champion, and nobody was talking about him. And the majority of the people that were talking about him was simply because he started talking shit about Terrence Crawford and mentioning other people's names. So his name had to be linked in with the algorithms with other fighters' names for him to start to get some attention. And all he did was talked about how he was going to go up and wait and fight everybody. He's going to do this, knowing damn well he wasn't, and he's yet to do it. And anytime he jumps on the video to say anything, it's always like he got this chip on his shoulder, and he's always, it's like he's always trying to convince somebody that he can beat everybody, but he doesn't fucking fight. So if I say that, that means I'm being a sellout because I'm not supporting the black man. So basically, we've gotten to a point where we're not supposed to tell the truth or be honest about what we see and feel. We're supposed to go with what everybody else wants. Nah, Aries is not a robot. I'm all man, and I don't do that kind of shit. So that has nothing to do with nothing. Nobody can tell me nothing about standing up for being black. And no, because none of you motherfuckers talking that don't have the heart to do the shit that I do. Don't have the heart to go to the places I've been to. And probably more than likely wouldn't have survived the things I've been through. So you don't know what you're talking about. So when I'm saying what I mean everything I say. I don't talk off anger or I feel some kind of way. No, I'm not even angry when I make these videos. But I'm letting you motherfuckers know. You're coming at the wrong person and you're coming the wrong way and you're making fools out of yourselves. And the fact that you have no problem calling somebody your king, calling somebody champ as if like you guys do all of that. Getting your feelings, put these long ass fucking paragraphs. I'm like, what are you writing, a book, man? What, goddamn. All of this stuff to try to defend a fighter. You know how childish and petty you are. And I learned this as a kid, how petty and childish people are when you will go through all those lengths just to try to get, it makes you feel good for somebody to agree with you. You want to change my mind about Wilder. You can't. What do you think you're telling me that you think that I don't know? And the fact of the matter is, every time I bring up these things and even show you the receipts, whether it's playing a video of him straight up admitting something that you guys say didn't happen, or somebody that represents him say never happened, and you still go with the lies. So now, when people are sitting here saying, damn, you know what? I'm getting sick of this shit with Wilder. And I'm a Wilder fan, but Wilder's full of shit. Oh, they're all sellouts. Everybody's a sellout. You guys are holding on. You know, like you're on a cliff and your hands just keep slipping. It gets to the point that you're just hanging on by your fingers and eventually your hands are going to get tired. You're going to fall. That's where you guys are right now. Because you guys make it about race when it comes to other nationalities, even if the other fighter isn't. You make it about race, even if it's black people you're talking to, simply because we don't go along with these agendas. And then two, you stand up here and go, oh, man, everybody else is doing this and that. So no. Like I said, and I mean it, yes, people are always going to side with other people, okay, because of their nationality. It's simple. I was talking to somebody the other day and she said she was in Italy for 2 months and she said, I've never experienced so much racism in my life. Yeah, this is an African woman. And she was saying how people are just nasty, openly rude. Now, you see a commercial about Italy, what do they show you? The nice restaurants, everybody smiling, banging champagne glasses together and all that. And, okay, just say, she told me that. And I had a dozen more people tell me the same thing, like Italy's not what I thought it was. Okay, Marvin Hagler went there, but he was a celebrity. He's a boxer. People knew. I'm just saying, racism is everywhere. So you got people from countries that want to act like it's only in America, or they don't understand why people in America, and yet they go through racism in their own countries. I'm not into all of that nonsense. I want you guys to understand something. You dig a hole for somebody else, right? And you're all over the place. Your attention and your focus is on whose life can I make miserable now to join me because I'm miserable. And you're looking around and you know what's going to happen? You're going to fuck around and you're going to fall in that same hole that you dug for somebody else because you're so busy trying to tear people down that when you speak the truth, if I'm tearing you down with truth, then so be it. But I'm not going to sit here and, well, I don't want to make the Wilder fans mad. Man, I don't care about you getting mad. I can get mad too. Simple. Then what? I don't care about any of that nonsense. So any other black fighter that I speak about, because you don't care about them, if what I'm saying is not in their favor, oh, Aries knows what he's talking about. And just when it comes to your boy Wilder, then all of a sudden, well, Aries, why are you saying that? What do you mean, why am I saying it? Why the fuck did he say it? If he didn't say it, I wouldn't be repeating it. Simple. I'm not stupid, man. Everybody that has something to say. If, example, look at all of this shit that Frank Warren has said about Anthony Joshua and criticized him. If Anthony Joshua side with Frank Warren tomorrow, you don't think he'd change all them statements? You don't think, even before he gets in the ring, you don't think somehow all of a sudden Frank Warren would be praising Anthony Joshua? Eddie Hearn tells the story about how he almost signed Tyson Fury. He's told that story several times, okay? But any promoter, if you have a certain, look, Aaron Wolf showed so much frustration with James Kirkland. And I can understand why. He just simply didn't absorb information. Okay? Simple. He left her, got his ass whooped. And what he said, his very first fight under his new trainer, how he felt so much better mentally, physically, everything's there. And you want to see a different James Kirkland and blah, blah, blah. He got beat the fuck up. What did he do? Ran right back to Aaron Wolf. Aaron Wolf was too strict on him, too hard on him. See, he wasn't built for it. He thought he could just knock everybody out. He thought he was invincible. Aaron Wolf is trying to teach him how to put it all together, and no, he just didn't get it. Now, for all the things that she said about him in a good way, do you fucking think if Aaron Wolf wasn't his trainer and she was training somebody else, that she'd be sitting there talking like he's the best, like all the things she said about him? No, that's not how that works. Right now, people are asking the question, if Fury and AJ fight, is Ben Davison gonna be in AJ's corner? Well, I don't know the answer to that, but I'll tell you this. If I'm training Tyson Fury, me and Tyson Fury sever ties, even if it's on good terms. Even if it's on good terms. And mind you, we sever ties, but we have a respect for each other. We're not friends. We don't even talk to each other outside of boxing. We're not calling each other. We don't hang out, nothing. It's business. And then I start training Anthony Joshua. Now, all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury comes along. Aries? And AJ comes to me to train him. I absolutely train him. I don't owe this man nothing. See how y'all make a big thing out of everything. I get it. But he used to train, he was Tyson Fury trainer. Right, key words. Was. They named Tyson Fury after Mike Tyson. So do white British people feel like Tyson Fury's, his dad's a sellout because he named his son after a black man? Is Javon Sugar Hill, do black people feel like he's a sellout because he's training a white guy in Tyson Fury? Does that make him a sellout? So is Deontay Wilder a fucking sellout because his promoter is a fucking white man? Y'all seem to think that AJ's a sellout because Hearn is just promoting and he just happens to be white. So all this shit is what I'm saying. All this goofy, childish shit. And this is what I'm addressing, the childish bullshit. So all of these things that you guys are saying is like, just listen to yourselves. I'm not making videos, making excuses and doing this dumb shit. You guys are. It's just when I do make the video, oh, this nigga Aries, man, he always talking shit about Wilder, man. Man, okay, even if Wilder did it, so what? What about the... No, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. He did it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it. And I can't tell you how many countless times I done chewed him and Fury up. And like I said, they're two of a fucking kind, man. He called Fury a cheater. Fury ain't shit. He's gonna go to his grave knowing Fury cheated. Blah, 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 this and that. You know how some things you just know. Nah. You said you had proof. You ain't talk about no fucking instincts and no gut feeling. You said you had proof. Then you turned around and said, I knew what happened. But it's just that when you don't have proof, it's hard to convince people. Oh, wait, but you said you had proof. I'm not making this up. That's this man's words. So I'm supposed to sit there, give boxing news, but I can't speak on that. But I'm going to speak on it if Fury does it because he's a white dude. I just can't speak on it when Wilder do it. This is what you guys are fucking basically saying. Okay? Just like me calling out Fury for that bullshit about after he fought Ngannou and he's talking about Usyk has to fight me. At that particular, the closest date, I forgot what the date was, but the closest date he has to. There's no way out of it. Or he's going to be sued. There's nowhere to run. And then immediately after that, what does this motherfucker do? Let's move the date. I'm not ready. So why'd you jump on a fucking interview and call out fucking Usyk talking about, not call him out, but sit there and talk some shit like trying to make it like he's running from you? Usyk was never running from you. You're the fucking reason the fight didn't happen. So even when Usyk, after the AJ fight, then you want to try to give him some quick ultimatum to sign right away so he can fight before he's healed. This is the coward shit he did. See, the problem with you Wilder fans, though, is, see, Wilder fans is like this. And there's other people, but Wilder fans, they're like this. They listen to what you say just so they can have something to bitch about and argue about. So when I'm saying what I'm saying about Fury, they don't care to watch a video about Fury the way they do if I was talking about Wilder. Unless their names are connected in the video. Then they want to watch to see what I'm saying because of. So you can talk all the shit you want, but anybody knows I roast everybody. I want to see Tank Davis win no matter who he fight. Did I not just tear his little ass up? How many times? I did it because he's black? Or because it's boxing news and I spoke about it and it's just things that he said or did that I'm not in favor of. I want to see Alicia Baumgardner win, no matter who she fights. I want to see Clarissa Shields win, no matter who she fights. I'm not playing neutral. I understood Clarissa Shields' plight in the whole thing. And I feel like Baumgardner is being an opportunist and trying to get the attention off of the fact she's not cleared. She failed her test. She might end up getting stripped anyway, and she's trying to avoid that because, look, you know, there's big money that could be made. People would pay people off to shut the fuck up, you know. And I believe that's what she's trying to do. Am I saying that because she's black or because that's the news that got out about them and me watching the video, I gave my assessment on it. And that's the problem. It's you, certain group of people that's always talking shit about race. You guys are coming at black people because one fucking man. It has nothing to do with Terrence Crawford. It has now Crawford and Spence fans are ridiculous as well because it's just fans, period. They because when you're biased and you take sides, you're gonna do and say dumb shit even when you don't think you are. And they always constantly like just going back and forth about nothing. And they just want to hear people just say, I bow to you, you're dominant over me. That's all, bottom line. There's nothing, nope. And it's just cut dry. But when Crawford does something that makes no sense, they get in their feelings. They want to try to defend him. And basically, it doesn't matter because it doesn't change anything. Now, let me speak on that real quick. No, I'm not even going to speak on that. To be honest with you, because I heard some news and then I heard something else that contradicts that news. So I ain't going to speak on that because I'm not even sure of what's happening. Let me look into that further. I'm not even going to speak on that because I don't even know what's true with that. Somebody's lying or somebody they're misinformed. Okay, so I'm not even going to speak on that right now. But I tell you guys all the time, when we make videos, do y'all know these videos are supposed to be fun? We're talking about boxing news. The intentions is not to fucking sit here and let's bitch and complain. But what we do is we speak about what's real. So we might give you the emotion, right? Of like, yeah, this person is saying and doing this and that, and you're speaking it. Because if I'm sitting here telling you, well, you know, and then Deontay Wilder said this, and then Eddie said that, and then, you know, Eddie Hearn, you know, he was talking about Frank Warren and Frank Warren's. Who wants to hear that? You probably be falling asleep. Look at people's faces when they give you the fight news, right? This is supposed to be fun, man. That's what we do it for. I'm never in my feelings when I give the fight news. Never. Now, when I'm speaking, sometimes the most I will feel is like just irritated because I'm talking to grown people. I'm addressing grown people who are carrying on like kids. That's why. You see when people give the boxing news, man, the channels that they come here to do this for fun. I think Fanon has fun when he's giving the boxing news. But a lot of times his information is just incorrect, if not most of the time. So it's one of those, okay, I think I want to watch him again. Simple. Kirk DeVille. Isn't he always smiling when he starts his video? What's up, fight fans? I got some new news, right? That Kirk's not sitting up here like, now 7-8 Sports. Yo, shout out to the mighty LDBC and do all this shout out. No, now, there's some bullshit I gotta get into. Man, these motherfuckers, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Racist motherfuckers from the very beginning. So his intentions for making his videos is what? I'm coming here to rant. I reverse rants. I'm coming here in my feelings, and it's always the same thing. Always the same thing. Especially if Wilder's involved. Dante's Boxing Nation. Come out, you know, do his little shout out to some law firm or whatever, you know, hair product or whatever it may be. He's calm about his, okay? Dante is more like he exposed. Let me say this, and I gotta say this about Dante's channel, where this is where I separate him from Fanon, Boxing Ego, and whoever else, you know, is Wilder supporters. This is where I separate him, but he's doing the same thing. But this is why I separate him. I agree with a whole lot of shit that Dante says with exposing racism. And he has receipts too, because I've seen videos. He has receipts, tweets, all that. Video, whatever, audio. I agree with a lot of shit he says. But he clearly covers up and lies for Wilder and whatever other fighter he supports. So he's still doing the same thing. So I'm going to tell the truth on this side, but I'm going to ignore this over here. And when I do mention it, they're doing the same thing. So you can't knock him and not knock them. I agree. That's hypocritical. But what makes him a hypocrite is because he's doing the same thing. And you're purposely ignoring the bullshit going on with the fighters that you support. And that's where I separate him from that, because at least he is bringing a lot of truth to the forefront about racist shit. Because believe me, this shit exists. And it has a whole lot to do with a whole lot of shit that we see happening. But we're not behind the scenes. So that's why when videos surface and things, we jump on it. So he does tell the truth in those senses and in those situations. And even in his opinion, I agree with a whole lot of shit he say. But I don't agree with the fact that, like I said, he purposely won't mention things, or he'll switch it around, or talk about how another fighter did it and everybody was silent. Yeah. You got a son? This person has a son. This person's son go out, rape and molest kids. And then your son does the same thing. And you're going, but what about the other kid? No, that kid's not your responsibility. And yeah, you're right. That kid needs the same treatment that yours is going to get. But does it excuse the fact of what your son did? And do you think that the court systems, you think everybody else is going to look at your son with the same mercy and pity that you hope that they have on him? Now, do you have mercy and pity on that other guy who did the same thing your son did? Okay, point blank. Y'all know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying to you, other people, when they make videos, you can see a person's demeanor. So yeah, you can the intent is I'm bringing you boxing news. Now I'm going to give you my assessment on it. So yeah, the way we speak about it may differ from the way we started the video. That's normal. That's fine. That's not what I mean. I'm saying when people have an agenda, from the time they start speaking, is just this motherfucker this motherfucker that. But it's to the point of what? You're clearly overlooking and not mentioning what the fuck the fighter you're supporting is doing. I mean, just based on the video he did with Wilder, the last one. Everybody who watched that video, who got disgusted and felt the same way, like this dude is just, we all see the same things and express the same points. So all of us are just imagining that? No. The guy is sitting here. Like, example, 7-8 Sports won't say what Wilder should have said and what we've been saying. 7-8 Sports don't say, hey, look, you lost, that's all. You'll be back. Let's get back in the gym. Parker came and did what he was supposed to do. We ain't expect him to come in and lay down. He came in and did what he's supposed to. You just have to improve as a fighter. No, he's not going to say that. No, he complained about the ranking system. He complained about the fight, the way the fights was put together, the organized, how they shouldn't have gave you. I don't like this shot. How they gonna give you Parker? Parker was active and you wasn't. They should have gave you somebody, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't active. Wait, and look, even if they would have gave him Jarrell Miller, you saw Wilder back there celebrating when Jarrell Miller lost, right? Okay, he doesn't want to fight anybody that pose a threat to him. Did you hear 7-8 Sports say anything? Have you ever heard any of them say anything to Wilder? Have you ever heard any of them say anything to Wilder, putting him in his place or letting him know that they don't agree with something? I've never once heard them disagree with Wilder. And all the shit that we point out, they don't see it that way. Why? No, they know, but they don't want to admit it. I can tell you, I remember Dante's Boxing Nation one time. It was after Fury beat his ass up. And that's the first time I saw Dante show frustration with Wilder. And that's probably why Wilder don't do interviews with Dante. Even though Dante still continues to support Wilder. And he said, he was saying something like, Wilder got to work on everything, man. He from that weak ass jab or whatever movement, hit everything. And he said something about just because you want a person to win, don't mean you think they're going to win. Yeah, he took a page out of my book with that one. And I've been saying that forever, man. Just because I want somebody to win don't mean that they're going to. So we won't know until the fight happens. But he said, yeah, that weak ass jab, no footwork. Yeah, he was frustrated. He probably put money on him. I don't know. You know, maybe try to get an interview with it. I don't know. But that's the first and only time I've ever heard him. I don't watch him anyway like that. But, you know, I've seen shit
I study people. I try to understand what's going on and like what they're saying, and then I look at what the truth is. And that's how you know, okay, yeah, they're still out here making lies up. Okay, same old shit. But he was frustrated with him. We seen the boxing voice get frustrated with him and call him every kind of weak ass, no skill having motherfucking country ass motherfucker in the book, right? Because the Chris Colbert video that he had got flagged, and these guys monetize off those videos. And the boxing voice get a lot of views, so he caused him to lose a lot of money by not being able to put that video out. And he went the fuck off, right? And this dude, Wilder couldn't do no wrong in his eyes. He was another one lying for him and admit that he lied for him. Was admitting how he was taking his shot, even though he know this motherfucker can't fight. He ain't fighting nobody. He's a bump. Yeah, And then I remember also the boxing voice was interviewed. Tried to get an interview with Wilder. Wilder was being interviewed. It was everybody got the microphones in his face, and when he said, "I'm whatever" from the boxing voice, and then Wilder goes, wait, where you from? He said, the boxing voice, man, get out of my face, man. He wouldn't even talk to him. So see, it's like, fuck you for all the millions of times you kissed my ass. The one time you didn't, it outweighs all that shit you said for me. Exactly. So now when I speak on that and I bring shit like that to the forefront and the videos are right there for y'all to see, that's me hating on a black man. See, y'all don't understand. All of these people that's getting sick of Wilder's shit have been lying for him, standing by him and talking all this shit and making excuses for him. And it's like, damn, you making us look stupid. And then sometimes some people just wake up and it's like, you know what? I'm getting sick of this guy and his shit. We seen the same thing start happening to Fury. People got sick of him because everybody's ducking Fury, right? There's always Fury's this, Fury's that. Mauricio Sulaiman, to me, sparked the beginning of people starting to get sick of Fury. Why? Because people started paying attention more to what was going on. So even me making videos saying things like, and look, no matter how big or small your channel is, believe me, people watch. They see. The fighters themselves see. The motherfuckers you talking about see. You understand? So what happens when you hear me saying things like, why is Fury holding this belt hostage, and the whole time he's had it, he's never ever once had a mandatory? Why is that? Then all of a sudden, without me knowing that it's gonna happen, Mauricio Sulaiman makes a video saying he feels sorry for Tyson because Tyson Fury is a victim of the times because these people don't want to fight him. They're overpricing themselves. They don't want to fight Fury. Then somebody goes, wait a minute, you know what? Aries just made a video saying you don't find it strange that this man had this belt all this time. I mean, shit, even Wilder had 2 cherry-pick fucking mandatories in Bermane Stiverne and Dominic Brazil. Even he had those weak-ass opponents. Fury's had none. Usyk had to fight mandatories. AJ had to fight mandatories when he was multiple champion. This man got 1 belt. Just like Wilder did. 1 belt. And it just happens to be what? The WBC. And this motherfucker has never had a fucking mandatory. Why? And let's not get it twisted. The situation with him versus Usyk, if they decide to exercise the rematch clause, it's not the WBC. It's the IBF. Yeah. Urkovich is the mandatory. So again, now people going, damn, Aries, you was right though. I didn't think about that till you said it. And now when Mauricio says that, yeah, and through time, other people make videos and they see your video, then they make a video piggybacking off your video. And then before you know it, people start to get sick of your shit. And then this shit that happened with Ngannou, it was like the icing on the cake with people. You see the numbers flopped, right? Yeah. Fury thought he was a bigger star than he was, just like Wilder. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers are identical. They have the same type of fucking personality, man. They make up shit. They just lie about shit on a regular. And yeah, in terms of me going at people, there's not any other fighters, that I talk about, that I go at in terms of straightening out the lies that they tell and bringing the truth to the forefront is Fury and Wilder, because they are the most consistent liars in the sport when it comes to boxing, and you see it. Now, with everything I said and covered already, I just feel like it's important in life that people wake up and understand that everybody don't like you just because they look like you. Everybody don't dislike you because they don't look like you. But if we keep that wall of ignorance up, we will never ever get to understand who good people are, who is pure hearted. It's like life is not designed for us to see the beauty in each other. Because our nature is so, I don't fuck with them. No, don't you ever bring one of them home with us. Don't you ever marry one of them. Don't you? No, it's okay to be friends, but don't marry. No, that's what happens. So that means, if you're from, that means let's say if you're Chinese, and your Chinese daughter or son go out and have a baby and come back and this baby got black people features, you don't want anything to do with that baby? You don't consider that your grandbaby? Why'd you bring this little black baby home? So what? You feel some kind of way? Now you don't feel as close to your son or daughter because they're mixed up with somebody you don't want to call your son-in-law or daughter-in-law? Mexicans, Dominicans, Haitian, Jamaican, British, Indian, Hawaiian. I got all that shit mixed in my family. All of it. So imagine what a family reunion would look like with us if we're sitting up here being racist. That shit would end up in a brawl. Just saying, yo. I'm going to give y'all a story. True story. The first time I went to Mexico was just me and my wife. And this was around spring break time. People was telling us, and the thing was, people was telling us, it's just the two of you, stay together at all times. Don't wander around late at night. Stay on the resorts. If you decide to go to any parties, I wouldn't suggest it, but stay together. And if you don't drink, that's for the better. A lot of Americans end up going on spring break and they wind up never coming back. And they never find them over there in Mexico. And unless you're like a celebrity, the embassy is not like, oh, right away or whatever. And I wouldn't, you always can call the embassy. But we just don't want you to be in a situation where you can't call the embassy, if you know what I'm saying. And we got it. And it was my wife's idea to go there. And whatever. We went there and nothing happened to us. But it was the two of us, so where we were going to go without each other anyway, right? But what I didn't know, now if you go by the commercial, you go by the brochures, nice sandy beaches, bright sunshine, everybody chilling out there, same thing, banging their little champagne glasses together, drinking their little pina coladas and everything. Yeah, okay, that's on the resorts that people are, on the beach and running around. Man, first thing I did when we were going to the hotel, our hotel was on the beach. Even the people, Mexican people, was telling us, be careful, my friend, because there's some bad people there too. Yeah, they're just, you and your wife, be careful. And they're from there. Just saying. So, they got iguanas all over the place. Some of them fuckers are big. So I'm over there taking pictures of the iguanas and the scenery and all. Man, you got these little, the police there. Motherfuckers like 5'4", big ass M16s, AKs are just standing there staring at you with an angry expression like you're not supposed to be there or something. I'm looking back at you like, what the fuck you looking at, you little half a motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, man, my wife, come on, baby, don't just, okay. So this is what happened. That's the first time. But aside from the way the police were acting, nothing really happened. So, all right, whatever. Second time we went, it's me, my wife, my mother-in-law, and my two sons. One of my sons was like 3, the other was 1. Okay, they were babies, they were little. When you go there, they automatically, they want to take you on a boat to the other side, to another resort, and they just want to show you this, that, because they're trying to sell you timeshares. Now, I made it clear to this guy. I said, listen, just so you know, because they invite you to breakfast and all this, talk all, business and whatever, right? Royal treatment. I tell the guy, well, listen, I just want to tell you this before we even proceed. I'm not interested in timeshares. Now, if my wife wanted to do it, the first time I told him that too, and we didn't. Second time I said, if my wife want to do it, we can do it. But I'm not promising you anything, and I'm only telling you this because I don't want you. Like last time we came here, I told him a gentleman did the same thing, and then he had this, disappointed expression on his face when we told him he wasn't interested in timeshares, which I don't care. It's my money. I'm not, like I'm obligated because you give me a little tour, and I didn't ask for that. You guys, that was part of the little package, right? Oh no, my friend, no. So he got us going from here to there. We on this boat, nice looking places, all that. Okay, this time I asked my wife, "Do you want to do it or no?" And I said to her, "If you want to do it because you feel like this is something that you want us to do in the future and keep, fine. Do not do it like you feeling pressured because, oh, this guy's coming over here with the drinks and the food. And we didn't ask for any of that. And regardless, that does not warrant that mean that we have to, like it's warranting us to do it. No, we don't have to do it. So only if you want to do it. Okay. She decided she wanted to do it. Now, with a timeshare, you're not going to be in that goddamn thing all the time. How often do you travel every year? And then how often are you going to go to Mexico? Right? Then, we have it in different places. San Francisco, we have it in Florida, and right? So now, if you want to use your timeshare, you go to where they have it. Right? So, in this particular company. So, therefore, you may have to alter where you're going based on that, but you might not even really want to go to the places that they're offering. It's just the fact that the timeshares are there. Meanwhile, while you're back here working or whatever you're doing, complete strangers are running around in your timeshare. When those people are not there, somebody else is running around. So it's not yours. You share it. So I never liked the idea of a timeshare. I just don't see the point in it. So she did it. Then what happened was, my kids are not from there. They're from here. So the food over there is fresh. No steroids, none of that. And so it was going through their system and it was giving them diarrhea. Everything from the orange juice, everything. And they love grapes and all that. And so it was bothering them. When you're a kid like that, and I'm pretty sure it was uncomfortable. And every time we clean them, they crying. And it's like, nah, because this is going to happen every time. That was the deciding factor. It's like, nah, we had already agreed. Now, what happens when you agree, oh, we have another timeshare? They pop the champagne, whatever. So we got 7 days to renege. And I'll tell you what's going to happen in them 7 days. If you get on that plane and leave, they're not going to answer the phone. They try to keep you locked into that shit. So anything you cancel, you have to cancel in person. Now, you can call and say whatever, but you have to, right? No, they don't want to do that. So the next day we go and we tell them, all right, look, nah, we change our mind with the. We told them, we said we're okay. We got the 7 days. We're reneging this now, and we told them like, look, plain and simple, we just don't want it. We don't have to just change our mind. Simple. And even like my wife was, my kids got diarrhea from this food, and oh no, they'll get used to that, and they're like we're living it. But bottom line, it's not your say so. It's ours. It's our money. It's not your say so. Okay, so we go back. We go back to where we did the paperwork for the timeshare. So where we are, it's like 3 levels. It's like when you first walk in, it's a desk to the right. It was a second level, a desk to the left and the right. Then it was a third level, and it was the same thing, another desk to the left and right. Then it was some little room and a bathroom over there. So that's where everybody was at. And that's where we did the paperwork at. So now they sent like 3 different people to try to get us to change our mind. I said, listen, and that same guy that was there the first time we went to Mexico, mind you, my kids wasn't even born the first time we went. Now the second time, we go, this is when this happened. But it was the same guy. We hadn't seen him the whole time we was there until now. And I'm like, that's the same dude that tried to give the timeshare last time, right? And I told him, I said, listen, all due respect, I just want to tell you this one last time. We just don't want the timeshares. I'm not sitting there pleading with these people to try to plain and simple. We are doing what's within our right. We don't want it. So it's like, okay, it's I mean the food is, I'm like, listen to me. We don't want it. The same way we signed, we're just going to sign it, we don't want it, and it's done. That's all. And so we were leaving the next day. So it was like, no, we're going to do it now. And like the guy said before, we don't like to, because we were saying, okay, so if we want to, let's say, they told us that, oh, you have 7 days. Like, so what if we go back home? Think about it some. Oh, no, I don't really want to deal with the states and the, and, which means what? And not like we're going to jump back on the plane and fly to Mexico just to do paperwork, right? That response just gave me a negative feeling about him. Like, okay. And you know how you see some people, they just look like a liar. So even if they're telling the truth, it just seems like they're lying because it's just something about them, or like just something like, and you know when you see people like that, there's just something. You might not pinpoint it, but something is not right with that person. So let me tell you what this dirty motherfucker did. Now, mind you, I just told you. Top level, desk. Second level, 2 desks. Third level, 2 desks, right? Some room, it might have been like their little break rooms, I don't know. But it was a bathroom right there and a water fountain. Now they realize, okay, when they don't want to change their mind. So now this guy comes up looking like that motherfucker from Fantasy Island. Not the little midget, not the little duckling, the other one. This motherfucker, like, oh, okay, follow me. So we go down, first level, second level, third level. So this motherfucker take us down some long ass hallway, bro. I'm talking like long. I'm like, the building didn't even look that big. This shit's underground, bro. Like, I mean, this long fucking hallway. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So he's like, no, we go to my, I said, where are we going? He goes, oh, no, to my office, with the paperwork downstairs. What the fuck you mean the paperwork is downstairs? They were just talking to us upstairs with the paperwork. No, but to finalize this, it's a hassle. Like, so many people, and because you guys, the only ones that don't want it. So everybody else is, just so we can do it fast. And I'm starting to get like mad now. Man, we go down this long ass hallway. Now, mind you, it's like a dusty basement look. Just dark hallway. We get to this motherfucker's office. Like, I mean, way down this hallway, make this right turn, another long walk, and then finally there's his office. Man, we get in there, and this motherfucker is like trying to like change our minds again. Now I'm getting, and my wife seen me getting mad, and she steps in and like, okay, look, we just said we don't want the timeshare. There's no reason for us to come down here to talk about it. If you got the paperwork, let's just do what we have to do. And it's done. That's all. Yes, but you got to understand, we put a lot of work into this. Like, sir, we don't want it. You don't need to explain. You said this like, okay, 3 different people. Now here you go again. We talked to you. Then we got 3 other people come. We tell them the same thing. Why did we come all the way down this hallway? We don't, it's nothing to talk about. We don't want it. You don't understand. I have to make a lot of phone call in this, she's like, sir. Now she starts getting pissed. I'm getting to the point. I'm literally like, I'm cracking my knuckles damn near just from like, I'm clenching my shit, and I'm like, I'm pissed. Now, mind you, me and my wife are there. My mother-in-law and my kids are up in the hotel. I'm getting, I'm really getting mad. I'm looking around the room. I'm just observing the scenery, even from the time he's walking down the hall. So I knew we went down one long hallway, made one right. So I'm knowing on the way back or whatever. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna wind up having to smash this motherfucker up in his office, and it's gonna be, So anyway, hey, miss, listen, now you're a long way from home. Trust me, this is not like in the States. Okay, people disappear here. That's what I said. Okay, motherfucker. I said, first of all, you're not gonna stay up here and threaten my wife or me. I said, I promise you. You said we have paperwork. Pull out the fucking paperwork right now. I promise you, I will splatter your little ass on this fucking wall. You pick up the phone, you make a fucking funny move, I'm fucking you up. I promise you. And then he was at, and I took my shirt. I said, no, hold it, sir. I don't want. I said, no, fuck that. We done talked enough. We don't want this fucking shit. Give us the fucking paperwork, like you said, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here. I promise you, you do anything stupid, I'm fucking you up. Because I'm thinking he gonna try to call somebody. And not to mention, down that hallway, when you make the right to go into his office, there was like a loading dock door, and all you saw was water. And whatever, it was just water coming out of like some pipe or something. And I'm thinking about the people talking about how people disappear when they go there and they never, and I'm not playing. And I'm mad because my kids and my mother-in-law is up in the fucking hotel. And I'm like, this dirty motherfucker might try to, call for security or something, anything. They gonna lie. You understand what I'm saying? And or they try to hurt my family. Then mind you, I don't know what's going on. But I'm letting this motherfucker know. And I'm a beat. Bottom line, he was toast if he did anything I didn't like. And I told him, you touch that phone, you reach for it, because I don't know if he got a gun in his nothing. And I'm standing there, I grabbed his desk and pulled that motherfucker. You know, they got them big, heavy so he knew, like, okay, this big, strong motherfucker, I definitely don't want to fight him. I said, so where's the paperwork? And he's standing there, no, this is, I have. So he did have some fucking paperwork. But I clearly remember the lady pulling our paperwork up. Everybody up there that was talking. So, and they never gave him nothing. When we walked down the hall, he had nothing in his hand. We could have did that shit upstairs. What the fuck was the purpose? I'm going to get to that. So I take the paper from him. And right while we there, I told my wife, she started calling the embassy. And she let them know what had just happened and where we were. And it was my phone she used. And she didn't like to walk around with her phone. I just like taking pictures. So I was, that shit pissed me off though. It really pissed me off. And if I didn't bring my phone and she didn't call the embassy, I believe strongly he'd have tried to have police or whatever, somebody, whoever, and they tried to, because we were outnumbered. But I wasn't worried about no fight. I was just worried about my kids, my mother-in-law, and the fact that me and my wife might have to fight our way up. Then have to fight, I ain't worried about so much. But she's a woman. Motherfuckers out here with guns. You understand what I'm saying? We're in Mexico, right? And the fact that he even made that fucking comment, like he was threatening us. You understand what I'm saying? And so when we were leaving, I said, no, you walk in front of me. You walk where I can fucking see you. So when I go back up to everything, I got I'm ready to fucking hawk up on his mother. I was going to do him. He knew, like, damn, okay. So when we get upstairs, let me show you how this motherfucker's a fraud. And I told him, if anybody you see walk down this hallway and you start talking Mexican to him, I told him, I'm going to fuck you. I told him, I had my hand on his shirt though. He's a kid, sir. I said, I'm not letting shit go. Why the fuck did you bring us in this hallway, right? And now he know my wife was on the phone with that, So we were basically walking. We get back upstairs. And we didn't see anybody the whole time. So we go back upstairs. And when we get up there, let me show you how this lying motherfucker, how I know he was trying to have something done to us. When we got upstairs, that piece of paper that he had, and that I took from him, we didn't even sign that shit. No, we have to. Then he talking. I said, no, talk to us. Talk to us. I said, we don't need none of this shit. I said, listen, and me and my wife was telling him, if y'all sign this paperwork and then you decide you don't want it, this motherfucker right here took us down some long ass hallway in the basement. Bring this fucking bullshit. Give me this paper after telling me the paperwork was downstairs. And this man just stood there and told me, oh, no, that's nothing. So if y'all don't want, I said, yeah, that was nothing but an intimidation room. That was more than likely, look, you signed it. Everybody's happy. We popped champagne. We gave you guys the royal treatment. If you don't take it, I'll have you killed. That's all that was. There was no fucking reason for us to have to go. He just didn't think that shit was going to go the way it went. And it put a sour taste in my mouth for we never went back since then. And it just made me like I really wanted to just put hands on him the whole time. Even like when I'm like, nah, I wanted to just now. And we told everybody, you sign that right up there in that same office. And I said, I told y'all, we don't want this shit. Give me whatever fucking paper so we can sign this shit and go on about our way. We didn't ask for this shit. And the fact that we did accept it, we want to do what we need to do within our rights. There was 2 black people that was standing and was like, yo, hey, bro, we with you. They did the same thing to us. They over here trying to tell us they don't want it. What you say they took you in? I'm like, yo, some long ass, you go down there, that little door right there next to the water fountain. It's a long ass hallway over there. Long. Like super fucking long. I'm like, and this motherfucker gonna give me this paper. This lady just, they're like, sir, I'm like, no, calm down, nothing. If y'all don't want this shit, you decide you don't want it after you sign it, they're gonna try to intimidate you, even threatening that you might not make it out of here. This is literally what happened in Mexico, Cancun. Literally what happened. And so we wound up, it was about 8 of us all together that basically had the same thing happen. It was it was actually 2 black guys, then it was another black couple, and then it was a young white couple. You know, like, and they were like, oh my God, like, because the guy, we all went through that shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because see, you don't live there. So they feel like they're gonna have you locked into this thing, but not an intimidation. And that made no sense. What the fuck are we going down there for? We didn't have to go down a long fucking dusty ass hallway to make the deal. So we got to go in the hallway to no. And that shit pissed me off. So when we got back, and I told, because my wife she called the embassy. We told them to do the same shit. Everybody called the American embassy. We all did the same thing. And I'm not trusted anything at that point. And I told my wife, I said, nah, we not going to eat no food no more here. We're not doing nothing. We leaving tomorrow. So we going back upstairs. And the first thing I did, make sure that my wife, my mother-in-law, my kids were fine. And we got up there. That shit, it pissed me off. And this was during the day. So for that last day, we didn't want to go swim. We didn't want to go into nothing. I was pissed, man. So what I did, I took the couch. You know, they got them big fold-out beds. I pushed that couch up to the door and had the door blocked in. And I took the recliner chair and I sat in. I couldn't even fall asleep. I was up. I had 2 big ass butcher knives on my, hands, and I'm sitting there. I had the TV on, so I wouldn't at least have something to watch, so I wouldn't fall asleep. But I'm sitting there. Anybody try to come in that door, it's over. I didn't know what to expect, what was going on, but I was just preparing myself that, nah, they're going to have to shoot me up here. They're going to have to. And I didn't know. Because I know at this point, regardless, no, ain't no way in hell my family going to go back. And they done shot me or something happened. And it's just, it'll be the same situation. Another family of Americans, found dead or missing in Cancun, Mexico. And this was all over the news that, people were missing and stay in groups. The reason they're telling you, I wouldn't suggest that you go party because, when people start drinking and partying, they out dancing and people slip something in your drink. Next thing you know, some dude you met want to take you up to his room, hot, whatever, and all of a sudden, but they all end up missing, whatever they got going on. So, I didn't feel like I had my guards up the whole time. Even when I got in the cab, when they opened the cab door, I'm checking to make sure the lock can go up and down. I'm just, I'm not trusting shit. All the way till we got on the plane, everything. Once we got on that plane and got in the air, that's when I'm knowing, okay. But it just bothered me the whole time. Even the police that was there, man, it was, when you're in the airport, I mean, come on, women got thongs in it. What the fuck are you hiding in the thong? It was like they want to be disrespectful, and it was just being pervs. It was just like some real, and it just fucked me up inside to where, because I want to put hands on this motherfucker. I'm like, I just was hoping I could see him somewhere, some way, and that's how I felt. And the fact, like, until I saw my family, I'm like, nah. And my wife put me in. So when we got back, as soon as we come get to the airport. We get off. We walk through the customs, and all the police were standing there. Welcome home. Welcome home. And that was the first time I got a warm greeting from police in America. But it honestly felt good coming back home, leaving that situation that we had just left. And that shit had me really feeling some kind of way. And we never been back there since then. It really just, now, it did not make me hate Mexican people. And I had a lot of Mexican people saying, because me and my wife used to work at the same place, and she was, talking to people, and they, yeah, we going to Mexico. And they was, oh, be careful. This is what the Mexican people was telling us. Okay? So, point blank, we didn't go there to do nothing to deserve that shit. Okay? For one, nobody deserved that shit. But two, like I said, it didn't make us hate Mexican people, but we just know that that shit should have never happened, and it turned us from, I'm not. It really angered me. It really angered me. Yeah. And we're coming to spend our money helping your fucking company become richer, and we're out there doing what we're doing to have fun, whatever, and you ruined that experience. Everything was cool to that last day, and that's when it was like, nah, fuck this. And that really pissed us off. And just the thought of what could have happened. Now, I'm sharing that story because you guys don't know shit like that happened with me. That's one story of many, many different things I can tell, horrific shit I can tell y'all that happened, and stuff I've witnessed and seen other people go through. And so, yeah, I mean, it was just the type of thing where we had to expose people right in that fucking office, let them know. And they try, don't tell me no calm the fuck down. Sign this fucking paper like I've been telling you. We could have been going a long time ago. Y'all in here coming here trying to change our minds. And this motherfucker gonna have us go down some long fucking hallway. Right? And that's all it was. Intimidation. You don't do what we say, motherfucker, you won't make it back to the States. And here goes my mother-in-law and my two kids. My mother-in-law don't even speak English. She wouldn't have been able to even explain nothing, and my kids were babies. So imagine what you think would have happened. Do you understand what I mean? If something happened to me. Something happened to me, the mom, the grandma, the rest is history. If something happened to me, and I wasn't going down a lot, believe me, I wasn't worrying about no fucking fight. It was, I know, if anything, pow, 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 and you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah. And that shit pissed me off bad. And it was one of those things that, I remember I was talking to this one guy about it, a Mexican guy. That motherfucker got tears in his eyes and literally hugged me and was telling me, he started telling me about stories and things that happened when he was back there. And he's from there. He's from there and said he will never go back to Mexico. He's from there. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, things happen. And so my point is, when I'm speaking about boxing, I'm speaking about boxing. If I'm speaking about a particular fighter and I don't like something that they do, the same way if they do things I like and I speak about it, I'm going to speak about it either way. You understand what I mean? But that didn't make me look at fighters and say, I don't like that fighter because he's Mexican. No. But what I'm saying is, you're always going to see these fighters talking about Mexico, Puerto Rico, wherever they from, the Philippines, wherever they from. They always shout out, want to wave their flag, even here on American soil or whatever. I don't have a problem with it either. But they clearly let you know, I'm for my people. So what I'm saying, like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with black people standing up for black people, supporting black people. Nothing at all wrong with that. The problem is when you're biased, when you're a liar, and also when you put someone on a pedestal and you give them all these attributes and accolades and want to service and praise these people. I don't do that shit. Then you fuck around and turn around and feel like you got let down by them or disappointed by them or whatever it may be. And like I said, they pick and choose what blacks that they want to support and which ones is garbage to them. So it means nothing. They mean nothing. They're ignorant. And I make this video because, like I said, there's always somebody who never saw you before. Maybe the first time, and they understand these agendas out here. We don't support that. And if you never fucking heard me ever sit there and put my black people down or no racer people down, but you never heard me saying put my black people down. But you just hear me debunk bullshit, and I'm always going to do that. I'm always going to do that. That would be like my son is playing basketball, okay, because he plays basketball. And let's say my son make a bad play, and I'm going to sit there and go, it's the white boy fault. No, he didn't do it. Your son did it. Yeah? No, it's that Latino guy fault. No, it's not about blame. But you got to make it known that, nah, okay, whatever. Like I said, have fun. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You got to take the wins with the losses, man. You can't just fall apart because you lose. And this is what we see happening. Favoritism, lies. You guys don't understand something about, these are very wicked people. Nothing tough about them. They're just wicked, rotten, evil people. They're liars. How and why would you trust a liar? You understand? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So yeah, we black people stand on business. Yeah, we do. We are black men and black women. We are not niggers. We're not niggers. We're not niggas. We're not Negroes. Okay, we're none of that. For the people that embrace that, and that's what they call themselves, and then they always want to label that as our culture. No, that's not our culture. That's y'all bullshit. So if you want to be a nigger, like I saw Mike Tyson sit up on his own show. He had some rap dude on there that was saying he don't like that word nigger. And Mike Tyson was saying to him, how old is Mike Tyson? 55, 56, 57, whatever he is. And Mike Tyson sitting, he might be older than that for all I know now. But he's sitting there, this is like last year. And he's sitting there with the guy on the show, why you don't like the word nigger? And the guy was telling him, man, I just don't, man. It's like, come on, man. Look at what we've been through and our people. We know what that word means. Mike Tyson with his old fucking grown fucking ass gonna sit there. Me, I'm a nigga. I want to be a nigga. Nigga. I'm a nigga. And I just looked at Mike, and I remember like, to be this old, how the fuck are you so ignorant, man? And for somebody to talk about the struggles and what I've been through, he loved to talk about, he explained to people what he went through to let everybody know how hard his life was. But yet you still have a mentality of what people label you as, and that's a nigga. So if people treat you as a nigga and you call them racist, mean, evil people, well, Mike, we only calling you what you are. You said it yourself. I'm a nigga. I want to be a nigga. Nigga. A grown ass white hair. Mike fucking ain't even gray. It's white. Motherfucker, you got a receding hair like you're bald on the top if you don't shave that shit, and you sitting up here. What message is in that? That's my point. But because it's Mike Tyson, I'll leave Mike alone, man. You know, Mike done a lot. Shut the fuck up. Mind your business. I say what I want to say about Mike Tyson to Mike Tyson or anybody else. You motherfuckers kill me with this idol worship shit. So my point, Mike can't be wrong because he's Mike Tyson. You think I want my kids sitting up there watching this guy? Oh, Mike funny. Oh, and then all of a sudden my kid somewhere in school talking about, yo, I'm a nigga. I want to be a nigga, yo. Nigga. This was Mike Tyson. I'm just sitting there shaking my head like, wow. You have a platform to reach different people and talk and whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm not telling you your show should be based on one particular thing, but I am telling you, at your fucking age, you should be far more of a better example. All the fuck we hear is you talking about chewing on mushrooms and getting high as fuck and just a bunch of silly ass talk. Hot boxing with Mike Tyson. Y'all barely talk about boxing on the fucking show. Just talking bullshit. Oh, I guess it's because I'm a black man. I'm racist because he's black. And you know what's funny, man? I said this before. You remember when Cus D'Amato was alive? You remember how Mike Tyson used to dress back in the day? Mike dressed like an old white man. Yeah, golf shoes, suspenders on, had them old fucking Godfather hats on and shit. Yeah, pants pulled up to he dressed like he dressed like an old white man. And as he started to get success, he started to get a little Jerry Curl fade, start wearing leathers and shit. You know, he started dressing different. After Cus D'Amato died, especially, you started to see like a difference in okay, cool, whatever. And like when I say, you don't know that if Cus D'Amato was still alive, that Mike would still listen to. You don't know that. People have fallen outs, things change. You don't know that. You can assume all you want. Do you think that Mike Tyson, have you ever in your life heard him sit there back in the day calling himself a nigga on camera? I don't know what he said off camera. I'm not on or off camera. I don't like that word. We all guilty of using it at some point, but that's my point. You grow up, you realize, what the fuck am I saying? Because the people around you are saying it. The people that you love and care about is saying it. And you know, so it says not no monkey see, monkey do shit here. You have to grow up, direct and lead your own self. See, when people got money, when they feel like they have a certain level of success, nobody can tell them nothing. I don't know Custom Model personally. You know, I've seen videos of him. I've seen him in a video with Ali and, you know, stuff like that. And let me say, I don't know Custom Model. But I get the feeling that if Mike Tyson would have set up in front of Custom Model, I'm a nigga. I want to be a nigga. I believe Custom Model would have told him, Mike, why would you say that? Why would you want to be called something? You know what that word means. Why would you want to claim something like that? Why? You understand what I mean? Now imagine if Custom Model went there and said, that's right, Mike, that's what you are. Just a dumb nigga. And as long as you keep winning in the ring, that's all I care about. That's why I want to make sure that you stay healthy and stay focused. Because you know how you dumb niggas are. And I don't want you to ever forget that's all you are. You are my nigga, my cash cow nigga. Imagine if he said that, would that have been okay? So I believe you would rather he do the first thing I said. It's correct, Mike, right? Mike's supposed to be a Muslim, right? See how people join a nation when they go through something? They have something going on, all of a sudden they get religious. Here's another black man, another Muslim, calling himself a nigga. And ever since Mike has, you know, had this resurgence in his career, do you even hear him talking about Islam now? Do you see him wearing his little kufis? No, you don't see him doing none of that shit. But he's a Muslim, right? You go through the rituals, go pray to the east and all that shit at a certain time with all that other, right? But look at how you look at you. Nah, it's not about that with them. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't respect the fact that Tank's supposed to be a so-called Muslim and he over there, niggas is broke, we get money over here, niggas is broke. Right? A black man telling the world another black man is broke. And yet, you a Muslim on top of that. Devin Haney does that shit too. And he talk, yo, you got beat by a nigga. They don't even, nobody know that nigga. And it's like, this is what I'm telling you. They're claiming to be something. They do all this inshallah, Allahu Akbar and all this and prayers up and all that, but they're not doing things, okay, the way that Allah intended, for sure. And that's right in that same Quran that they read, right in that same Bible that they read. Okay, so if Haney fights anybody, I'm pulling for Haney. So I'm hating on Haney when I say that. If Tank fights anybody, I'm pulling for Tank. Am I hating on Tank when I say that? Anybody. I just don't like Wild as a fighter. But if the motherfucker win, he just win. You understand what I'm saying? But for every black fighter, whether it's Shields, whether it's Baumgartner, whether it's Errol Spence, whether it's Terrence Crawford, whether it's the Charlos, no matter how many black fighters that you root for to win, whatever, no. One motherfucker, one sorry ass, unskilled motherfucker you don't care for as a fighter, and you're not supporting your own black people. Just like this dude that got this channel, I told you, made these videos. Every Inoue video he makes, it's black fighters once again jealous of Inoue. 3 black people that he named in his video. 3. I remember Antonio Tarver and Floyd Mayweather being 2. I don't remember who the third one was. But 3 black people, according to him, made a comment about Inoue, and all of a sudden, black people. Why couldn't he just say, once again, Tarver, Mayweather, and whoever that? No. Did you see my point? And you know what? Those videos were the highest rated videos in his whole catalog. So he knows when I talk about Inoue, let me attach racism to it. Because that's some coward bitch shit. I have to do that to get views up. Not just, once again, fighters hating on or other fighters hating on. No, he had the label black fighters. And like I said, do you see him calling out T.O. for making that? If ESPN want all these black fighters, they could have them. Yeah. You don't hear that, right? Nothing. How many times have you heard Caleb Plant use that saying, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, you know what I'm saying? White little white boy beat me. Remember he said that against Benavidez. Benavidez is like, what the hell are you talking about? Who said anything about a white boy? No. You talking about something that Andre Dirrell or whichever Dirrell that he fought, Anthony, whichever one it was he fought, had made that comment about, I never let a white boy beat me. Or how it go. And he's like, what the fuck are you? So what they got to do with me? And this is my point. He's talking and he's angry and he's feeling some kind of way. Why? Because the doubt, because of things that were said and him feeling the need to try to motivate himself. Now, we know Caleb Plant, wife isn't white. But you understand what I'm saying? He's holding on to that and saying it to a fighter that didn't even say that shit to him. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, now, we speak on boxing news. And we mention things. But I think I know anybody on this channel knows, and anybody on any other channel knows, there's no fucking two fighters in the sport of boxing that lie and are always making videos full of falsehood than Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It's just been lately, Fury's been quiet. You understand what I mean? And all I've seen as far as Fury goes, the only thing I've seen, the latest I've seen of him was him, Javon Sugarhill and his team, like they're up on a mountain somewhere, like jogging or whatever. But I mean, other than that, it's just fanboy channels. Fury responds to AJ. Fury said, and it's nothing that I don't even know if Fury said anything, but bottom line, I don't care about fighters going back and forth. That's not what it is. We don't support liars. And we're not going to sit here and act like we don't know the truth when we do. We're not going to sit here and support falsehood. That's what this comes down to. And I'm making this clear because you got assholes, like, not that I care, because anybody on my channel know how I get down. But you got these assholes that want to jump on other channels. Oh, man, that dude Aries black. He don't even be supporting black people. No, stupid ass. Let Aries speak for Aries. You dumb motherfuckers just like to make up shit. And that's why when you're not even talking to people, you can make a comment to somebody else that you have an understanding with. And then you got all these other people jumping in to try to change your mind and tell you you're wrong. You're not even talking to them. That's how miserable they are. And like I told you, I'm on this channel and this guy's talking about AJ and you had an idiot coming in and put, yo, I'm just here for the AJ hate. Real shit. And this motherfucker got so many thumbs up for that bullshit. So yeah, if it's 100 people that put the thumbs up, that means there's 100 lying ass motherfuckers that come on here just for that reason. That's why they're supporting it. Yeah, I like that comment. I'm here for the hate too. I'm here for the AJ hate too. And that's all it is. So they're clearly letting you know that shit. They know that these motherfuckers are lying and making up shit. They know that. But they are comfortable with it, which makes them all scumbags. So yeah, you're guilty by association because you are aware that these fucking people are making up lies. Just to fucking, get views and likes. And understand, these people are monetizing their pages. They're making money. They're doing super chats and lives and all that with nothing but lies and a bunch of deceitful hate. Plain and simple. I don't jump on anybody's channel so I can sit here and hate on Wilder or nobody else. You got to look, let me explain something to you. If Deontay Wilder was sitting right here in this chair, and let's say Deontay Wilder said, yo, Aries, like, we don't know each other, but I've been hearing that you was saying stuff about me and this, and I'm going to tell you, stop talking, and let me tell you right now. I don't care what nobody told you. This is what I'm telling you right now. I don't like your fighting style. I think I know you need some skills to go with that right hand. You don't seem to think so. You've been slacking and lacking as a fighter since you've been fighting from day one. So what you were able to accomplish, your skills took you that far. But what you failed at is because your skills wasn't enough. And instead of you admitting that, you blame your losses on cryo chambers. You blame your losses on egg weights and all this other shit. You said you had proof, but then you don't have any proof. And this all came from your mouth. You said those things. And then you sit here and let your fanboys channels lie for you. If you come on 7-8 Sports to talk to him, that means you listen to him. Just like you listen to, what's the other guy? That he had the video flag with the Chris Colbert video. Yeah, the boxing voice. And that's why you didn't want to talk to him in an interview, right? But 7-8 Sports catered to you. Now, did you or did you not say that you didn't have any legs when you walked to the ring? Because your costume was 45 pounds, you ain't had no legs. He's going to have to say yes. I got the receipts if he lied and said he didn't. So you know you said it. So why the fuck did you let your boy sit here and lie and say, Champ never said that, people misconstrued what he said, he never said that? You know he said that shit. You knew that that dude went on Kurt DeVille's channel and interviewed. I always forget the guy's name because he's an unimportant motherfucker anyway. But you knew that you said that shit. And every fucking time when we talk about you versus a certain guy, any interview, you always want to dismiss that like, I'll knock him out, his style easy to beat. I ain't really, like, you know, they ain't the fight I'm looking at bigger and better things and all of the shit that you say. And all of this comes down to favoritism because the things that we notice about you, like your lack of skill, you're one-dimensional, you have nothing but the right hand, a low ring IQ. You know what the problem is? All your fans know that that's true. They don't want to admit it, and it pisses them off because you can't camouflage it because you simply have not gotten better. You haven't evolved. So the peak of your career, wherever it was, the best fight we've seen you in, the highest of heights that you've been, that's as high as you're going to ever go. And there's no rule that says I have to like you as a fighter. And bottom line, we don't know each other. Just like a whole lot of other these content creators don't know you. But guess what? We all give our views on what we see in you. The only issue you have is the same issue your followers have. I'm not a fucking robot. I say what the fuck I want and I do what I want. And until you get some skills, as long as I'm doing boxing news, I'm going to always say you suck as a fucking fighter till you prove me fucking wrong. Simple. What the fuck I'm going to sit here with? Nah, I just say, no, I say what I mean what I say. Simple. There's been times I run into people, they feel real different when they get face to face with me than when they talk shit on a fucking, we give content, that's all. The same way how you heard me saying, I want to see AJ beat everybody. But when I hear AJ speaking and I'm telling you, his confidence is shot. AJ's lost right now. He don't understand what he's supposed to be doing anymore. Okay, until he gets it back, he's going to make fights harder for himself because he's trying to be cautious and careful, but he's trying to be a pure boxer. That's not AJ. He's a boxer puncher. And when he's blaming on his team, all this shit, the frustration he's showing, all AJ needs to understand, I'm just not doing what I used to do. Even if somebody says, you got to fight like Tyson. No, that's what they're saying. Fuck that. You never fought like Mike Tyson, ever. At no point. You never fought like Mike. Okay, two different styles. Mike was a puncher, but Mike did know how to box. Mike could slip and move, so Mike, you could actually call Mike was more of a, not so much of a brawler, because, it was fights where he was banging with guys, but Mike's a puncher, but Mike can box. Anthony Joshua's a boxer puncher, because Mike is not trying to outbox you. He's trying to get you to knock you out. AJ, even at the best we've ever seen him, has always been, he's coming to knock you out, but he's going to come in smart. He comes in behind the jab movement and he'll chop you down and he'll jump on you once he gets you hurt. So he's always been a boxer puncher. Where's the material? What is it I'm going to say about AJ to where I'm ripping him the way I rip Wilder? AJ's biggest haters have to make up shit. That's why this narrative that he's scared of Wilder, he don't want to fight Wilder. This whole, he's not the same fighter, this and this and this. But when you start talking about he's ducking Wilder, he doesn't want that fight. He was happy when Wilder lost. This motherfucker, man, he been dodging. He turned down 50 minutes. These are fucking lies. Even their opinions are lies. Why? Because they're saying things that they don't have any fucking understand, no proof of or knowledge of. They're going by what was said, but they're overlooking the detail. I'm offering you $50 million. No negotiation. Fuck that. Don't worry about no escrow account. Like I said earlier, none of that. You got 24 hours. Take it or leave it. No meetings, no conversation, nothing. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? Fury tried it afterwards too, and it got neither one of them anywhere. So now, the same way we know that he made offers, they made offers to Fury. Fury bullshitted. Same way they made offers to Wilder. They bullshitted. Same way they made offers to Dillian White for the rematch. He bullshitted. Third time he's going to do it, then he failed his test. They made offers to Luis Ortiz. He turned it down to fight Wilder for less money. No, those are facts, not my opinion. That's documented. This shit we can prove. That $50 million was bullshit. That $120 million for the zone was real. But you notice they never bring that up. Now, all of this race play, race talk, oh, it's because he's black, oh, you're not supporting black. Okay, right. Right. I'm not supporting bullshit, and I never will. So I just wanted to basically make that known to y'all. Some things that y'all didn't know. And just, reiterate a little bit and also make it known. Like, I know where I stand. I know who the fuck I am. I wish any one of you little sap-ass motherfuckers try to pull that bullshit with me. Oh, he don't support his own black people. No, you full of shit. I don't support bullshit. That's what I don't support. And like I said, I could make 1,000 videos. And motherfucker can choose, what is he talking about? Okay. Yeah, because you don't watch it. That's on you. So to make a claim about something that clearly, if you did watch it, you should feel like a complete asshole and know, oh, I didn't know yeah, exactly, you don't know. Because y'all talk too much about nothing. Now, I could have did a live when I look at the amount of time, but, I got to go. I'm going to do another video. Well, I have that one should be uploaded already. I did another one. But you know what? It is what it is, y'all. And I like doing these videos. So even when I'm addressing assholes, they're never getting under my skin to like I'm actually literally mad. It's just the thought of, okay, this motherfucker talking stupid because he don't understand where I'm coming from with the world. Okay. There's always going to be assholes out there. They don't understand the simplest things. So, yeah, we're not going to play that game. And believe me, I've been a lot of places, and like I said, I've seen a lot of things. I've been a part of a lot of things. And this is why when I look at life itself, I look for the beauty of things. When you go to work and you have those coworkers, 5 o'clock in the morning, you're walking across the parking lot. Good morning. That's all right. Fucking bullshit. Fucking wife pissing me off. Oh, you see what Joe Biden's doing now? Hey, listen. It's too early for that shit, man. Every morning, disgruntled, angry people. The second they see you, they already know. I think people plan the night before. When I see Aries tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about this. Like, no. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? Miserable people don't know how to enjoy themselves, and that's all they will ever do with you. Is come to you with a negative conversation. Angry. I can't believe this motherfucker said that and he did. Every day. Whatever happens, if the son go through something, they got to tell you. The wife go through something, they got to tell you. If the dog shit on the carpet, they got to tell you. Everything is just negative. It's hard for a lot of people to just get, hey, good morning, how you doing? How's everything? All right. Hey, look, enjoy your day. Be safe out there. I see you at lunchtime. No, most people can't do that. Everything has to be a complaint from the time they get up to the time they go to sleep. And if they're on the phone with anybody, it's just complaints. They can't pick up the phone to just say, hey, how you doing? How's everything? How's the family? Nope, everything, yeah. Oh, man, nigga, let me tell you what happened. Oh, my God, Scott, can you believe? I can't believe this fucking guy. Man, I just got off work. I want to come home, shower, eat, and relax. I don't want to hear this shit, man. And this is an everyday thing. So when people see you smiling, when people see you winning, and when I say winning, I don't mean, oh, because you're rich. No, they see you winning. Your family's well fed. You guys are able to take care of each other. You got love. You spread love. You have people around you that mean a lot to you. People don't have those things a lot of times because they push people away. So when you talk some sense, like right now, I'm not even talking about boxing. I'm talking about life. Because boxing is a part of life. It's human beings, right? So you think they're just different on camera to the point? No, they're showing you their true characteristics. That they're two-faced. So when we see a guy laugh and smile, shake your hand, say, I wish you nothing but the best, and it's good to see you, just to turn around and talk shit about you. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's showing you his true colors. Because what he did that was seeming like he was being such a nice guy, such a gentleman, just to turn around and do what he always does, what does that show you? Right? What does that show you? It goes to show you he's two-faced. And he's proud of it and have no shame. And that's why when he was talking to AJ, you see that anybody who don't remember, go back and watch that press conference and just look at how AJ's staring at him. Look at his facial expression. And after Wilder say what he says, watch how AJ turn around like he know Wilder's full of shit. You understand me? He knows that. So when you hear people run their mouth and talk shit about somebody is this, somebody is that, oh, I can't believe this motherfucker said this, I can't believe this motherfucker said that, and if you listen to it, they're going to continue to talk. Now, for somebody to watch this video, and I'm not here to try to convince people about who I am, I'm here to tell you who I am. If somebody watch this and still have questions and don't understand common sense, it's not my fault. Just like it's not my fault that, Wilder fans don't consider Anthony Joshua a black man unless they, until they want to throw that buck dancing shit at him. Then he's black all of a sudden. But other than that, he's just British. It's not my fucking fault they don't acknowledge him as being black. Whatever. But just like anybody, like he said, I'm British, I'm from the UK, right? He said, I'm from the UK. We stand on business. Right, so when I say we black people stand on business, that's what I mean. We not niggas, we not thoughts, we not hoes, we not bitches. We're black men and black women. That's what we do. We are intelligent. And that's who I roll with. Nah, and I don't want people coming around me with that negativity. And I don't want people coming around me that draw the wrong type of attention. Plain and simple. So when my own people are attacking me, I swing back at anybody. And when I do, then you motherfuckers, but why you saying? No. If I'm walking down, I'm in the mall somewhere. I run into somebody, or somebody, hey, going to the mall, you standing there with the belt line, your waistline of your pants under your ass cheeks with your ass hanging out. I'm going to tell you, man, if you don't pull your fucking pants up, you're not getting in my fucking car like that. You're not coming in my house like that. People know. They know me, they know better. And you don't see nothing wrong with grown-ass men dressing like that. I never understood this shit. And when I understood where this comes from, like, are you out here trying to get a date with another man? Because that's what they do in prison when they let their ass show. If they pants is sagging and hanging out because they don't give them belts because they hate themselves in prison. That's all it is. So no. But that's our culture, right? No, it's not our culture. That's the dumb shit that y'all embrace and say that's part of our culture. I remember Farrakhan was speaking one day. He was talking to this rapper Ja Rule. And this is when that beef was going on with him and 50 Cent. I remember Farrakhan was trying to bring peace between these two, and he praised them and talked about how powerful they were and all. And I'm like, man, have you listened to 50 Cent's music, man? If you listen to Ja Rule's music, you do realize all this street shit they talking, and these are two black men that want to tear each other's heads off, right? Ja Rule was willing to do the interview and 50 Cent wasn't. But at the same time, that's part of the culture. It's our culture. And I'm sitting there like, see, you embrace this shit, Farrakhan. That's the problem. You embrace it, but yet you expect different results. That's why 50 Cent don't give a fuck about what you're saying, because what you're suggesting and trying to know, that's exactly it. He embraced the culture too. It's just that he's about this shit. You're not. And Farrakhan told a story about how he battled somebody in Calypso, like acapella in Calypso, and you know, he wanted to be the baddest man in Calypso, and so he understands the culture and all. Okay, at what point do you grow up though and realize I was young and dumb? I supported shit and worried about shit that I really shouldn't have. At what point do people not understand that? So because if Farrakhan is sitting there talking about it's the culture, our cult, no, stop that shit. Every time, that's my point. Every time somebody wants to claim something of blackness and being a part of our culture, it's always something negative, something that generates the wrong type of energy. I don't care who says that shit. It's wrong. It's wrong. Like you hear these dudes talk about, I'm woke, but I still respect the street code. Okay. I'm a Muslim, but I still slap the shit out of you. What's the fucking difference? That's what I'm talking about. And I tell people this. I don't give a fuck if it's hip hop music, if it's movies, whatever, or something that's trending and it's negative. Y'all claim y'all believe in the Bible. Well, if you do, then put it to you this way. What was the purpose of the flood? There was a contradiction even in that, but what was the purpose of the flood? Let's destroy everything that I built and rebuild. So sometimes you got to destroy something and rebuild it for it to become good. So when you have something that's causing our people to cling on to it, and all we doing is going to prison, catching STDs, killing people, losing our lives, leaving kids and wives behind all over dumb shit, because that's our culture. No. And y'all don't see anything wrong with that. Y'all don't see anything wrong with 5-year-olds going to school twerking. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with 5-year-olds knowing the words to Doja Cat songs and Sexy Red songs and Ice Spice songs. 5-year-olds in there talking about fucking Ski Yee and Pound Town and, yeah, bending over twerking their little asses, and y'all, oh, that's so cute. Go mama, go. Y'all think that shit. Y'all don't see nothing wrong. Oh, that's just our culture. Nah. This generation is doomed, and it's not changing for the better. And anytime somebody stands for something, they're a misfit because they have self-respect. They have some type of substance. And this is why I say certain things is not just about because I got kids. It's because I don't want to support or be a part of something, a particular mindset that I know I don't want my kids to have. So for them to not have it, I don't introduce them to it. For me to not have it, I don't embrace it into my life. I'm a grown-ass man. Okay? Grown. What the fuck do I want to hear some dude sitting there saying about how he like getting his dick sucked? What the fuck do I care about listening to some comedian talking about how he like to and want to imitate how he back there stroking and all? Certain shit I just don't have the interest in. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got people like, no, you can't be woke and a gangster at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be, plain and simple. Anything that you claim you stand on, then stand on it. But when you compromise or accept the bullshit in something, that would be like me sitting here saying, I'm from the ghetto. Right? So even though I took myself out the ghetto, you can't take the ghetto outside of me. I knew it was wrong when I robbed that old lady. But hey, I needed some money and she was right there. So fuck it, why not? She shouldn't have came outside. She should have waited till later. Oh, it's her fault that I went over there and robbed her. I'm saying, you know how us niggas is, man. That's our culture, my nigga. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Shit don't happen for you the way it's supposed to, my nigga. And shit, what you gonna do, nigga? This the jungle, my nigga. This the concrete jungle. This how we is out here. It's life, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? People can't say we wrong, my nigga. We just trying to survive, my nigga. What did Biggie Smalls say? This goes out to all the people that's calling the cops on me. I'm just trying to feed my daughter by doing what? Selling drugs. Why wouldn't they call the cops on you? And when a celebrity ends up losing his or her life early, oh my God, that's so messed up. But when little young boy Earl down the street gets shot by a bullet that wasn't even meant for him, nah, that's not all over the news. Ain't nobody mourning him like that. He ain't all over the news. Who was he? He was just a little boy. That's all. Shit happens. Oh well, life goes on. 2024, you motherfuckers still crying about who really killed Tupac and Biggie Smalls and all this kind of, and it's just something to talk about. That's part of the culture. That's our culture. But we're wrong because we don't support the bullshit. Just because you from the ghetto don't mean you got to embrace poverty, robbery, crimes, killing, murder. Fucking little kids walking around at 13 years old, fucking grown-ass men. Because the parents is out partying and they got nothing but free time on their hands. How many fucking, you want to see some sick shit? Look at these fucking YouTube videos and you got all these fucking videos of young girls fucking the mother's boyfriend. The mother's at work. Come to fucking find out that baby that she's having, yeah, it's from the boyfriend, or she done got an abortion, went to Planned Parenthood or whatever, don't even know. Your fucking boyfriend was the one screwing up. These kids walk around getting STDs, but no, that's part of the culture. We have a party, my nigga, we gonna throw our shit on. We got lean, we got ecstasy, we got all that, nigga. We letting the underage bitches in. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you don't suck my dick, I'm gonna tell that you was in here. No, I do it. That's part of our culture, though. This is my point. But if somebody's educated, if somebody carries themselves differently, if somebody decide, nah, I'm not out here with all this, yo, we niggas, we this, and calling women bitches and hoes, then we ain't real niggas. You absolutely right. Aries ain't no type of nigga. And that's what this whole war has been about the whole time. You motherfuckers coming at me with some bullshit, and I'm coming right back at you. Then y'all want to play the victims when I start tearing your heads off like y'all don't understand what I mean. I don't give a fuck what you don't understand. But for those who don't understand what happened and where it should come from, you know, it's like poking the bear. They don't see you when they just see when that bear finally swipe and knock your fucking ass out and rip your head off in the process. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Then all of a sudden, oh, now I see. He was responding. Okay, whatever. And that's all it is. That's all it is. Some of these channels, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've seen certain channels, and after like the first 15 seconds, I don't even watch. Yo, what's up, my niggas, my real niggas? Yo, this boxing shit, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. Yo, niggas ain't understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, first off, shout out to my niggas over at Center Judge, you know what I'm saying? Because we over here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, first of all, this nigga Errol Spence, my nigga. And it's like, okay, I've seen enough. Bottom line, we got to clean up our own house before we can go fucking trying to clean up somebody else's house or complain about how somebody else's house look. And the problem is, you're coming at people that look just like you because they won't support bullshit. Not because they won't support a black fighter, but because they won't support bullshit. Now, I've covered everything I need to say, and I don't really want to have to revisit this. But if I do, so be it. But I'm never going to take my foot off people's necks. And I don't need to make one this lengthy again, but I wanted to get everything out that I needed to get out about this. So from this point on, when you hear people saying, Aries blocked me from his channel, or, man, all I said was, no, I don't block anybody because they have a different opinion. When you start coming with that hate, when you start coming with lies, and you saying stuff that's just not true, I'm going to either do one of two things. I'm going to ignore your stupid comments. Now, if you trying to shoot insults or whatever, yeah, I block stupid shit. So either you're going to learn, let me do my homework on what I'm saying. Maybe I just don't see something that he see. Because y'all don't do your homework. All y'all do is repeat what somebody tell you. And I know, because the facts are there. And when you can't speak facts, you can't talk to me about nothing, because all you're doing is giving me your opinion. And you're trying to fight facts and truth with your opinion. Now, when you just have a difference of opinion and you are giving me what you think about something, I don't respond to stupid shit. But at the same time, when you just running your mouth and talking, eventually I'll block you when you come and put 25 comments in my comment section and I haven't responded to any of them, simply because all you're doing is trying to put these 20 paragraph messages in there, trying to just lying. And when I see and read something and realize this person don't know what he's talking about, and you can make a simple point, like if you sit here and tell me, Wilder was never offered 120 million by his own, then I go pull up the video and play it. Well, yeah, but no. At that point, we're done. There's no yeah, but. All it is, oh damn, it's true, it did happen. And this is what people don't understand. They love to make up lies. They love to sit up and say, oh, well, but how do we know this? And that? No, stop it. When you say you didn't do something and the truth comes up that you did it, you're a liar. If you say you did something, then it turns out that you didn't, you're a liar. If you're repeating something that you don't have any knowledge of, but you think you do because you trust the source that told you, then you realize that you were lied to. Well, then if you have any substance, any ounce of dignity in you would let that person know that what they're saying is not true. And if you realize that they don't care that it's not true, they just want to control the narrative, well then you're just as big of a scumbag to continue to support that person, knowing they're telling you lies. Misunderstanding, which is why even when you heard me say earlier, when I was about to say something, then I realized I don't know if that's true or not. But two different videos rival each other, and it's like they came out. One came out like a half hour after the other, and I don't know like what's true about it. So I said, let me do my homework first. Why? Because for me to start speaking about, no, I'm not influenced by that. So what I see, let me dig into this and find out what's going on. Then another source, an actual source of what happens come, and then you see, okay, so this is what's happening. And it's what I'm telling you. And if you sit here knowing that a person is a liar and you support them, then we don't have conversation. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. You know the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.